Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here in the Smokies at Deep Creek and I'm going to do a loop of the better part of 20 miles. It is near the ranger station, the Deep Creek Ranger Station. There's the parking area where I'm parked and the creek is behind me. Trailhead is right across the street there. So I'm going to begin the hike pretty soon. I'm spending the night. I'm going to be using my hammock for this trip. Haven't used it in a while. Actually, this whole year I don't think I've used it once. So I'm going to use it tonight. Temperatures are supposed to go down below freezing, so it'll be the first cold camping of the season. And I'll show you guys all the sights and sounds. And I know it's been a little while since I've been on the trail. Just, catching up on some things, and I'm back. I got plenty of trips scheduled. You guys are going to like what you're going to see. I'm going to bring it all to you guys, and stay tuned with me. We'll get this journey going. Here you go. We're starting on Noland Divide, heading up over here to the trailhead. All right, so I'm at the trail junction here between Deep Creek, which goes to the right, and Noland Divide. So I'm taking Noland Divide up to what'll be my campsite for the night, campsite 57, Bryson Place. And I'm taking Noland Divide to get there, and I'll come back on Deep Creek in the morning. They said that it was going to be in the 40s for a daytime high today, since we got this cold front that came through. Finally feeling more seasonal, I guess you could say, for this time of year. It was supposed to be in the 20s at night. Mount Mitchell had frost, so did Clingman's Dome. I believe Mount Mitchell was 22, and Clingman's Dome was in the teens. So if that tells you how cold it's gotten, that's a good indication that it'll be a good night to test my gear again and to test myself. That's what it's all about. 3 miles so far and almost 2,000 feet elevation gain, so not even halfway to camp. Little snack break. Got macadamia nuts and trail bars. And I'm going to enjoy my view. Just heard the train, Smoky Mountains Express. Hoping you guys will hear it here in a minute. But anyway, just taking a break here. See, it's warmed up. In the sun, it feels really warm. You hear that? That's the train. That's the train. These colors are beautiful. I love it when the trail goes from walking under a forested canopy to a ridge. It is marvelous. So I was going to talk to you guys about some of the hikes I want to do here coming up. So it's been my plan. I mentioned before that I want to do the Grand Loop of Linville Gorge. That is something I want to do really soon, since the weather's getting cooler. Don't have to worry about snakes and ticks so much. Yeah, I plan on doing that sometime soon. And also, Grandfather Mountain State Park is on the list, as I tried to do a section last year and only managed to do a day hike. So I want to see about doing a backpacking trip out there. I want to go back to Joyce Kilmer and do some more exploring around there. And of course, more trips here in the Smokies. So I just thought I'd let you guys know some of my plans. If you're interested in seeing some of that, I'll be sure to document it and put it on the channel. All right, I've reached the intersection, and this is also part of the Benton McKay Trail. Last time I was here was back in the summer when I came up that trail right there, the Noland Creek Trail. It was the last time I was in the Smokies. I took a break here and I went up that way to Clingman's Dome Road. That's continuing on the Noland Divide Trail, but if you do this loop, Noland Divide to Deep Creek, you want to go on Pole Road Creek Trail to continue the loop. So I'm going to take a break here and I'm going to continue on. Here's a nice trail junction sign, and looky there, Mountains to Sea Trail. This is pretty close to the start of the Mountains to Sea Trail. It starts at Clingman's Dome. Not much further to camp. Let's head on. So I've made it to camp here. Campsite 57, Bryson Place. Got the Eno double nest set up. And I'll show you underneath. The backpack's right there. The fire pit's right over there. 3 other gentlemen are camped just within sight, going that way. But I'll show you a peek under the hammock. So you see I've got my usual setup, and I don't have an underquilt, so I'm using my air pad, my Big Agnes Aircore Ultra. And serves me well. It's worked on a previous trip in the 20s at night, so should be in the 20s tonight as well, so I don't think it'll be a problem. And I brought my Marmot Never Summer 0 degree sleeping bag. Even brought a liner just in case. And I got hot hands, got plenty of layers, because it is supposed to, temperature's supposed to plummet tonight, so just want to make sure I'm comfortable. That's what everybody worries about when I tell them I'm going out into these frigid temperatures. They always say, are you going to be comfortable? I'm like, it's not the first time I've done it, but thank you for your concern. I do appreciate it. You see I got the rain fly pitched a little better than the last time. Last time I used this hammock was at Roan Mountain on the Appalachian Trail last year in December. And got rained on that night. And I didn't have the rain fly pitched right, and the rain kind of ruined my night because dampness got into the hammock and on my sleeping bag. But tonight it's supposed to be fair skies, starry night sky, so it shouldn't be a problem. So let's go over here and get something to eat, shall we? Get a fire going. Some chana masala.
You've got a fire if you're cold.
I appreciate it. I was going to get one going myself.
All right.
But thank you. I may take you up on it if I have trouble.
Sure, sir.
Thanks. 7:15. Got a nice fire going. Now it's time to eat. Still a little bit of light in the sky, even though they say the sun is set. I think sunset is a little before 7 now. But I'm going to sit here and enjoy this fire while eating my dinner. All right, 9 o'clock. I'm in my hammock and I feel comfortable. So hopefully I'll get a good night's sleep. I won't get cold. I'm layered up. See, I got the 0-degree sleeping bag. Using it like a quilt. Just covering myself with it. So it should be a good night. So I'll say until tomorrow morning, folks. Have a good night. Morning, folks. I'm going to show you my setup one last time before I take it down. So I slept pretty well last night. It was really cold. You could see the frost on my breath. But I didn't really get that cold. My face got a little cold. There were pockets of cold air, but did cover myself with my sleeping bag. And I opened up some hot hands, and that helped a lot. But the most difficult part of it was I'm not used to sleeping in a hammock because it's kind of confining. You know, you're stuck like a cocoon there in that little shell of the hammock. But nevertheless, I did sleep, and it wasn't a bad night. I enjoyed myself. Just give you a look around. It's 7:30. Sunrise is close to 7:30. I got up at about 6:50. I think I have about 7 miles to get back to the Deep Creek parking lot, but I'll let you know when it's all said and done. All right, back on trail, 8:30. I'm speaking a little softly back there because I don't want to disturb the 3 gentlemen that were camped near me. But see how I'm bundled up? It did get quite cold last night. And, you know, I haven't felt it that cold in a while since it's the first cold snap of the season. But like I said, I slept pretty warm. There were cold pockets, but I was able to manage it and get some decent sleep here and there. Just hard getting comfortable, but I'm going to try and blaze the rest of this trail pretty fast. I think it's about 7 miles. Get back to the parking area and mostly downhill or level. Not too many more hills because campsite was at around 2,300 feet elevation and the parking lot is just over 2,000 feet. So you can see it's not much of a climb that I'll have to endure for the remainder of this trip. So I'll show you whatever I can here as far as the journey unfolds. This is pretty nice here. Walking above Deep Creek in this little valley. Beautiful fall colors. coming into the other campsite here. Campsite 58. I guess it goes down there further to more campsites. Bear cables look like they're in good condition. And you got the deep creek right there behind you. Looks like it'd make a good spot sometime. Now we're entering campsite 59, McCracken Branch. Even though you have to camp in designated areas in the Smokies, dispersed camping is not permitted. I gotta say, the campsites are pretty nice most of the time. And they have bear cables so you can keep your food secure. They want you to put your backpack on the cables too, though. A lot of people don't do that. I do it just because bears have come to associate backpacks with a source of food. The bears get habituated to people camping out here. They know that people store their food in their backpacks, so best to put the whole thing on the cables if you can. So I guess I wasn't correct in saying that there were no hills, because the trail is taking me up and above the creek many of times. But that's okay, because it's beautiful. I'm warming up quick. I'm only about 48 minutes in. Already got almost 2.4 miles down. So looks like I'm closing in on the halfway mark, but I'm thinking it'll probably be close to 7 miles when I'm done, like I originally assumed, so we'll see. Look at how beautiful this morning turned out to be. Sunshine, and it is warming up. So I had to shed my clothes, it got so warm. Down to just a little pullover and my base layer. So I just wanted to add something. That cold weather camping isn't for everybody, I realize that. Most of my friends don't like it. But my thoughts on the matter are, you're never going to sleep as comfortably as you do at home. So you can forget that. Even when it's summertime, sleeping in a tent or a hammock, it can be comfortable, but it's no comparison to the comfort you receive in a warm bed in the comfort of home. You don't have to worry about animals or anything else for that matter. But you can do it comfortably, and you can get a good night's sleep. You know, it's just having the right gear and, you know, doing it over and over again until you master it. Just like anything in life, you know, you get better at it when you get the experience. So that's what I'd recommend, you know. Don't expect to come out here and it to be wonderful, because it's not going to be as good as it is at home. But you know what? It's all in your head, though. You can make it as good as you want it to be. And if you really love the outdoors, you'll figure it out, because that's what I had to do. It took me a lot of trips to really figure it out. But, you know, that, and you have to invest in the right equipment, because if you have cheap stuff, it's only going to go so far. So, anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble on. Campsite 60, Baumgartner Branch. This is a really nice campsite, wide open, room for lots of tents, and right by the creek. I like it. It's beautiful. I'd consider camping here one day. Little intersection. What do you think? Should I take the side trail here to see these two waterfalls? I might have to do it. We'll see how Indian Creek Falls looks since that's the closer of the two. And then I guess I'll come back here and finish. It's quiet there back by the waterfalls. A lot of people, a lot of tourists. Since this is a forest road I'm walking, you see all those people. Yeah, they're at every waterfall. So, I mean, it's an easy path to get to the waterfalls, and it's not that far of a hike. So I can understand why it's popular. Oh, and another thing, I just continued on the forest road because it parallels the actual trail. The trail was a forest road in places anyway. So this is a little bit of a shortcut, and it took me to all the waterfalls. I think there's one more that I may see, which is just off the forest road on the actual trail. Since it cuts back, it's called Junie Wank Falls. So if I feel that it's worth it, I'll show it to you guys. This one is called Junie Wank Falls. This concludes my nice adventure here in the Smokies. It was a great trip. I highly recommend it. Awesome loop. If you guys are looking for great fall colors, waterfalls, vistas, it's got it all. So anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Stay tuned because I got future adventures coming up on the horizon really soon.